Allie Walker, everybody, amazing rock star, country star. Look out, Nashville. How long you been in Nashville?
I have been coming to Nashville for 13 years, but I moved here about a month and a half ago.
Oh, really?
Yes, I am fresh.
Wow, wow. Okay,
Yeah.
all right, all right. From Canada. A lot of
Yes.
country going on in Canada right now. Tell us about that.
Yeah, well, I'm from Prince Edward Island, which is the smallest province in Canada, and it's on the east coast of Canada. And I moved away from PEI when I was 19 just to have more opportunities in music. I went to Toronto for 12 years. So the big hub for Canadian country music would be Toronto, but the hard part is it's spread out throughout the whole country.
Okay.
So all the artists are they're in British Columbia, they're in Calgary. So being in Nashville now is awesome because every single day I got to go to work and write songs with like-minded country music lovers and songwriters. So it's nice to have it like all condensed in one city.
Yeah, yeah, 100%. Now, from what I know, Calgary is a big country. The Calgary Stampede. Have you played there?
I am playing Calgary Stampede this summer.
You are?
For the first time. I've
Yay.
never been, and I never wanted to go as like a fan or to the rodeo without actually performing. So I held off, and I finally get to play this year.
Oh, congratulations. That's great. Yay. All right, let's see. And you play a few instruments. Tell me more about that.
I grew up, my first instrument was piano, and I hated it.
Okay.
It was one of those instruments that your parents just make you do, and I did it for them, and then I dropped out of that. But then I started playing drums, full drum set, and I played guitar. I played electric guitar first because I was such like a Avril Lavigne, Sum 41 pop rock type lover.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I discovered Taylor Swift, and I sold the electric guitar for an electric acoustic guitar so I could write my own songs. But I actually fell in love with bagpiping when I
No.
was 12.
Okay.
I discovered it and I love it. And I actually, every summer, every weekend, there's these things called Highland Games where you compete. And I competed heavily. I won the North American Championships. I went to the World Championships in Scotland.
Wow.
And I thought that I was going to be like a professional bagpiper forever. I got a scholarship to a University of Arkansas for bagpiping. But I decided to go the country music route instead and pursue my dream of being a country artist instead. So I kind of gave that up, but I always wanted to put bagpipes in one of my songs, and I did.
Which one?
The Whiskey's Gone.
Okay.
So I've got fiddle, I got tin whistle, and I got bagpipes on there.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And you're playing them.
I'm playing the bagpipes, yeah.
I love it. Oh my gosh. All right, I'll give that one a listen. The so of all those instruments, well, first of all, that makes me think of what about when did you fall into the world of country?
I grew up listening to all things. So the Avril, the Sum 41, and then it was probably like junior high that I discovered Brad Paisley, Keith Urban, Brooks and Dunn, Gretchen Wilson, and I loved so many different artists, but it was really Taylor Swift that was like same age, writing about what I was going through. She turned me into wanting to do this for an actual living.
Okay.
Yeah.
So your inspiration that launched you into the country world.
Yeah, it's all because of her that I gave 15 years of my life into finally, doing it, and now finally signing a record deal and a pub deal in the last like month, 2 months.
Yay! Good,
Yeah.
good news. Okay, let's see. So you live here now, right?
Yes.
And "Dirt on Us." Is that your most recent song that you're proud
Yeah.
of?
Yeah, yeah. I just put that out. I put Dirt on Us out on Friday, last Friday.
Okay, and what's the message or the story behind that?
Well, Dirt on Us is kind of like it's really fun to play live because it's like rockin', but it's all about the small town rumors. They think they know what's going on, but really only the stars and the moon and the truck bed have the real dirt on us.
Okay, all right.
It's a little promiscuous, but the cool part about this song was I hadn't signed with my publishing deal, Sony Music Publishing, yet, but they had been setting me up with a bunch of their writers, and these writers, I didn't know going into the writing session who they were, and I was like, wow, that went really well, and I love the song. And then I looked up after, and that day, one of the writers, Lindsay Rhymes, was having his like 13th week in a row #1 with Nate Smith on the radio, and I'm like, that's why it went so well.
Oh wow!
It was pretty. And John Knight is the other co-writer, and he has I think like 18 #1s or something.
No
so it was
kidding.
like I was very lucky to be in that room, but I didn't even look them up before. I'm glad I didn't because I probably would have been nervous.
And Sony brought you those guys to you?
Yeah, that's what's so great about like finally having a team and being a part of a publishing company is you getting to write with all of these incredible writers and really like level up the
Yeah,
Yeah.
level up. Wow. Good words. Okay. And so you co-write. Do you write?
Yeah.
But you're always involved in all your songs.
Yep, I put a few songs out that other people wrote on my last album, but I'm involved in everything. Unless something like really hits me, I mean, I'd love to be a co-writer on everything.
Yeah. Very cool. Very cool. Tell me about the one I mentioned earlier. Oh, yeah. I like big trucks. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, I got a song called I Like Big Trucks, and crazy enough, it's never been done, but I was in the writing session, and the co-writer was like, this is really dumb, and I don't even want to say it out loud, but what if instead of I like big butts, Sir Mix-a-Lot's Baby Got Back, it's I like big trucks. And I looked it up, and there was like a few little farcy things on YouTube, but it hadn't been done, so I'm like, heck yeah, let's do it. And we ended up having to, but just to be safe, we got Sir Mix-a-Lot on it as a writer. So I can say I co-wrote a song with Sir Mix-a-Lot.
Hey, hey. All right.
And it's been fun, and that's actually the show opener. Every time I play live, it's like a big truck revving, and then the show starts.
Oh,
It's
really?
fun, yeah.
That's great, actually.
Yeah.
So it turned out to be a win.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. And then what's the next big stage, or the next stage that's on your hot list that you'd like to perform on?
Ooh. Well, I am doing a bucket list show this weekend, playing at CMA Fest.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I've never been to CMA Fest. I've always wanted to, and I thought maybe I'd get like a writer's round or something like that. But I've got 7 shows. One of them being an awesome one here on the Dr. Pepper stage as a part of the CMA Fest. So, I mean, I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
But this summer I've got Calgary Stampede, I've got Big Valley Jamboree, I got a bunch of stuff in Canada because I just signed down here and festivals book so much in advance. So next year I'm excited to do all of the American stuff and get a tour going, so it'll be fun.
Man, so yeah, the clouds are opening up and everything's coming out. Yay, I love it. Here's one I thought of last night. What male singer would be amazing for you to record a duet with?
Morgan Wallen.
Really?
I love Morgan Wallen. I call my music bra country because I love bro country. I love the Morgan Wallen, the Hardy, the Luke Bryan, Luke Combs, and I'm such a tomboy that my music is really just kind of like a girl version of all these guys and what they're singing. So, I mean, I think Morgan is an incredible writer, performer. Hardy, I love his rock style. He kind of brings in that whole rock side of things. So it would be pretty cool to do something
Yeah,
like
he just released 6 Feet Under. Did you hear it?
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
got,
pretty deep.
he's going left field with some of this stuff. It's
Yeah,
pretty
yeah,
cool.
he makes you think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just not sing-along stuff. It's deep. Yeah, I love his stuff. He's got a lot of good messages. So what was your past favorite show or the biggest show memory takeaway you've had from all your performances?
So me being from Prince Edward Island, there's a festival there called Cavendish Beach Music Festival, and like tons of biggest artists play there. And so I always wanted to play on the main stage. So years ago, I started off as a server in the VIP area.
Okay.
So I started as a waitress one year, and then a few years later I got to play one of the side stages, and I was the first person on the side stage. So like 12 o'clock slot, not a lot of people there. And then this last year I graduated to the main stage, first slot. So it's been like a really cool progression, and it's my home show. So now the next hopeful step is to get like a better slot on the main stage, but that has always, and then someday headline.
Yeah.
So that's like a cool journey of playing that festival.
I have a feeling you will. I have a feeling you will. Who are your inspirations? I think you've already told me, Taylor and others, but let's see here. And you talked about your tour this year, and that's about it. Last question for you: What's the next big thing you'd like to see happen in your career?
I have actually never been on tour.
Okay.
Yeah, as an independent artist, it's hard to get your name out there in that respect, and I have a Canadian booking agent. I don't have an American booking agent yet, so we're in the middle of talking with folks down here, and then I can get on hopefully a tour, but I can't wait to just like slug it out on the road and see what it's like to actually be on tour.
Yeah.
And then hopefully someday progress to like a tour bus, and then,
Oh, yeah,
you know,
all that. Yeah.
and then a private jet, of course.
Bring the band. Oh yeah, it's all coming. Yeah, your own G7. It's all there.
Yeah.
I can see it.
Yeah.
Wow, wow. Okay, well,
Yeah.
how about that? So lovely to meet you then.
Yes, thank you
All
so
right.
much.
I'm looking forward to everything. I'll speak with Brad, and
Yeah.
then we'll talk about all the other things we can put together, the photos and whatever, and then we'll
Awesome.
see where it goes from there. For the
Yeah,
story.
thank you so much.
Okay, and thank you for your time.
Yeah.